Yesterday, Arsenal opened up the Premier League with a commanding win and convincing win against a team known as Coventry in there for you. When they came up, they obviously put in a very huge shift, and it was Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz, and Bukayo Saka on target. Now, we head into the player ratings, and welcome to this channel. It is the Rokani Media Football. Coming up to obviously break it down well, to see to it that we bring you the best of the best in here for you on how we went ahead to obviously see this beautiful game of football as it stands. The club of Man United came up and represented to the fullest. They put out a very huge performance. Sorry, the club of Arsenal put out a very huge performance, and it resulted into a very big win for them. Now, let's start in goal. David Raya, he never had anything to obviously come and really fight for. Not really saving anything almost, because they had one shot on target. And them having one shot on target resulted into Arsenal keeping a clean sheet. And keeping a clean sheet alone, for me, gets a goalkeeper an 8 out of 10. If he really had lots of things to do, I would have gone ahead to say a 9 is well deserved for him. But no way a 9 deserves him. But an 8, I think, is something great for the guy called David Raya, right? So, Raya, 8 out of 10. We go to the right back, who was Ben White. Ben White looked good going forward, and defensively, he was also a very good lad, and he went ahead and obviously put in huge performances in there for you on the night. Responsible for the third goal, as the assist went to Ben White, and Saka was responsible for the secondary assist and all the pre-assist. And for me, Ben White takes a 9 out of 10 for me, because he really put in a very, 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 very huge performance in there for you on the day. Left back, Riccardo Carafiori, assisting for the most important goal of the game, and that was the first goal in there for you. When he made that assist, it really resulted into the club of you Arsenal really getting the lead, and Kai Havertz buried it into the back of the net. So from there, the club of Arsenal saw Riccardo Carafiori continue to obviously allowed into the final third half spaces, and he really looked good. He was flying, and I just love Riccardo Carafiori. And at a certain point X, they will obviously rank him as one of the best left backs in the world. Though many have not gone ahead to give him that, but indeed, he is one of those, and one of a kind, that has those attributes of an unusual left back. So I give him a 9.3 out of 10. He was really flamboyant. That is it. And doing that offensively and defensively just tells you how good this player is, and how he's obviously becoming one of the best left backs in there for you. So from there, you obviously have to come and really talk about a player called Mosquera, right-sided centre-back for the club of Arsenal. He represented to the fullest, and I tell you what, he put in performances that make you think he can obviously develop better. In the absentia of William Saliba, and in the presence of Konsa, who never played, all made to the match squad and will be available in the next match squad, he really sent a clear-cut message to the manager of Arsenal that, yes, I'm the main man, and this position belongs to me. You understand? That's exactly what he went ahead to do. And I was like, oh my God, you've gone ahead to run it. And he ran the show in that defense, and he really put in good performances. And I'm talking about the man himself, known as Mosquera. He takes a 9 out of 10. Big Gabby, he did what he had to do. He ran the show, and he defended. He was the leader in that central defense. He was responsible for that clean sheet kept, and it takes in an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Then, from there, you obviously have to get in a guy called Miles Lewis Skelly, who played as the CDM. Now, This was his game by numbers. I'm talking about Miles Lewis Skelly. And he went ahead to obviously put out this 95% passing accuracy by Miles Lewis Skelly. Then 93 touches, 79 passes completed, 73 passes completed, 5 ball recoveries, 4 duels won, and 1 block. That is a side known as Miles Lewis Skelly. And for that performance, I think if we come up and obviously give him a 9.5 out of 10, that is not bad. He really looked great, and I loved whatever he came up and obviously put out onto the field of play. And that is Miles Lewis Skelly. So, Miles Lewis Skelly obviously is really a good player, and he really put in those performances, and he takes that out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. We go to Declan Rice, and he really looked good. And this is what we've been told about what he put out on the field of play. Declan Rice completed 69 passes against Coventry, more than any other player on the pitch, misplacing just 4 passes, meaning that he was almost at its peak. But he's not yet there. But remember, a man known as Declan Rice and what he does. He will be remembered for the second goal when he really carried the ball, gave it to a man known as, what's his name? Gave it to Odegaard. Odegaard returned the ball to him. When Odegaard returned the ball to him, you know what happened. What happened was that Rice played it into a player called Zolis. Zolis put in a cutback. Goalkeeper palmed it into the vicinity of the man himself. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about a player called Bukayo Saka for that second goal. So, big contribution in there for you. 9.3 out of 10 for Declan Rice and what he did onto the show. From there, we get to Bukayo Saka, right? So, Saka came up and really did the following. 100% duels won. 100% dribbles completed. Then 5 crosses, 4 progressive carries, 3 shots, 2 key passes, 1 goal. That is all about Bukayo Saka. And 9 out of 10. 2 moments that will be remembered on him in that game. First and foremost, the goal that he went ahead to obviously create. The goal he went ahead to score, because it put Arsenal into a proper lead of 2-0. Then, the other thing they remember about Bukayo Saka in this game is all about his pre-assist for the 3rd goal when he played in Ben White, And Ben White went towards the byline. Bukayo Saka read his run like a book, and he really released him. Cut back to Odegaard. Odegaard using his weak foot, and his weak foot is the right foot. That's what I'm talking about. And then he really did the needful. And when he did the needful, obviously, you saw what happened. Goal. It was a goal for the side of Arsenal in there for you. So that is Bukayo Saka for you. And to me, he takes a 9 out of 10. That is it. That's what he takes for me. 9 out of 10. That's what he really takes as the man into this particular occasion. You understand? From there, we obviously get to the man himself, who goes by names of Christos Zolis, right? Christos Zolis obviously came up and really put out the following numbers on the field of play. Zolis, 100 tackles won, 51 touches, 30 passes completed, 9 progressive carries, 4 shots, 3 chances created, 3 crosses, 2 shots on target, and his involvement in the first 2 goals is really very, very emphatic. And you have to obviously give him the credit he really deserves as a player. So, I tell you, the side of Christos Zolis really looked good to an extent that he created 3 chances and took 4 shots against Coventry. he was directly involved more shots, 7, than any other player on the pitch. So that shows you how important this guy is for the club of Arsenal, and he takes a 9.8 from me. That's what I'm obviously getting him. Then we head to Martin Odegaard, scoring that goal, looking good, 9 out of 10. Martin Odegaard. Then we head to the side of Kai Havertz, 9 out of 10. 8.5. Substitutes, Manoni Madueke, 6 out of 10. Looked bad when he came on. Really was the worst player from the side of Arsenal. Zubimendi, 8 out of 10. Mikel Merino, 7.5 out of 10. Tokov Eze, 7.5 out of 10. And who else came on? Hinkapie, 7.5 out of 10. That's what United, so that's what Arsenal really went ahead to look like. So thank you guys for watching in through. Rokani David is my name. I've gone ahead to tell you the player ratings, and now you can come in through and obviously tell me what you think about those ratings. And Mikel Arteta, 9 out of 10. My man of the match is none other than Christos Zolis. I don't know who your man of the match was in this particular encounter. You can as well tell me what your thoughts are about this. Rokani David is my name, and first video of the day. More is yet to come. Manchester United is losing by 2-0 right now by the hour mark. I don't know how things will pan out. They conceded these 2 goals in the first half, and they've played 15 minutes into the second half by the time I'm recording this video, and they haven't gone ahead to obviously find themselves in a position of getting or pulling one back. That is all about the club of Man United, and other games are coming in through later on. And we want to see by the end of match day 1, how will these teams really look? I'm out.